we are.
Wait.
So here we are, very close to the city of Alajuela, which is known for growing coffee plants. Actually, Costa Rica as a whole country is known for coffee. The reason why... Coffee goes really well here in Costa Rica for a few reasons. For one thing, the volcanoes. The volcanoes make the soil very rich and very good for growing things, especially coffee. And another thing is the temperature. It's very, very mild, which means that it's not too hot or not too cold. Just the right temperature for coffee plants. So here we see very young coffee plants in their very earliest stages just sprouting out from the seed, and we can see this guy right here. Very, very young coffee plant. So how many years do you think it takes for a coffee plant from the time it's a seed to the time you can harvest it and use it to drink coffee? How long do you think? A few years, a few days? It's actually a little younger than you guys, 4 years. It takes from the time it's a seed to the time it's fully matured and ready to harvest. It takes 4 years. But no problem, that seems like a really long time to wait for your coffee, huh? Well, it kind of is, but it's no problem. Once it's fully matured and ready to be harvested for coffee, it can last for up to 100 years. So if you planted a coffee plant and waited 4 years, it would last 100 years after that. And every year for 100 years, you could harvest your plant and drink your coffee that way. Does that sound cool? Would you guys want to maybe someday plant a coffee plant? I think I definitely might. Okay. So here we have it fully matured. It's been 4 years for this coffee plant. And as you can see here, these green berry looking things are the coffee beans, or not fully matured coffee beans. And as you can see here, these coffee beans here are going to turn red, just like this guy right here. So this seed was inside the coffee bean, and you squish it and you pull it out, and there's typically 2. And the funny thing about coffee beans, if you take the seed and put it in your mouth, it's actually rather sweet, unlike the actual coffee we drink. And so it goes through quite a lot of process of drying and roasting and peeling and that sort of thing, but in here is the coffee we drink. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so these beans here have been taken out of that red shell, rinsed, and now they're being dried. They have to be dried out here for 2 days, and they have to be dried once for 1 more day in a big giant oven sort of thing. So when they're dried out here for the 2 days, they spread them along this whole entire cement slab, and they turn the beans over every 45 minutes to ensure that they've been dried. And once they have been dried, they remove this white part called the parchment, and once you take off the parchment, whoop, okay. Once you remove this parchment, once they've been dried, reveals the bean that we use in the coffee. First they have to roast it and then grind it, but this is pretty much what you would be drinking. So I showed you guys that one big, tall, fully matured coffee plant, and as we can see, this whole field is covered with coffee plants. Pretty cool stuff, huh? This plantation is actually 100 years old. They've been roasting and harvesting coffee beans here for over 100 years. Guys. So that's it for us. It's raining yet again in Costa Rica, and we'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the coffee beans.